wanted to talk a little bit about the classic foods you have around at Christmas and what kind of wines might go particularly well with them. And there's pretty much always a smoked salmon moment sometime in December. This is what we always have on Christmas Day. I've actually got hot smoked salmon here. It's on horseradish toast and it's what my mum makes every single year because I go mad if she doesn't. For ages we always had the traditional Christmas bottle of champagne, and then one year I suddenly realised an aged Semillon from Australia was the most brilliant thing to drink with it. This is a really strange grape because as it ages, even if it hasn't been aged in oak, it takes on this kind of toasty note. You would swear that it had had an oak barrel somewhere near it at some point, even if it hasn't. And it gets kind of smoky, honeyed toast, dried lime, dried lemon flavour, and a kind of grassy hay flavour that just really picks out the smokiness of the fish and the smokiness of the horseradish, and they're really great together. I think we all end up with a block of Stilton in our houses at some point in December. I know people always have pork with Stilton. For me, that kind of works, but not really. There's something about the very strong taste of the blue veins in the cheese that really clashes with the pork. Now, some people like that clash of kind of tannin and the blueness of the cheese, but I prefer something gentler. So I quite often go with Madeira. It's an unbelievable wine, Madeira. It gets so complex, it gets flavours of walnuts and hazelnuts, and that softness and richness goes really beautifully with the Stilton. It's also an incredible wine. The other day I was tasting Madeira that was more than 100 years old and it was still fresh and it's practically immortal. By the time the Christmas pudding arrives at the end of Christmas dinner, I'm usually full. I don't want any more alcohol. I've eaten such a huge amount of food, I've had it. If someone dumps a glass of sweet dessert wine next to the Christmas pudding, I just want to weep and fall apart under the table. But there is a really great thing you can drink with Christmas pudding, and it's this, Moscato d'Asti. Doesn't have the greatest name in this country anymore, but it's such a beautiful light drink. It's slightly effervescent, it's peachy, it's grapey, and it's only 5.5% in alcohol. And it doesn't give you a hangover unless you drink 3 bottles of it.